Well, that's a great question. So, what do I see as the benefit of the Internet Essentials program by Comcast? Well, I think that clearly there is the literature verifies this and everyone knows this. There's a huge gap in the access to technologies such as broadband access within low income communities. The Internet Essentials program offers to low income families that have a child who qualifies for the school lunch program the opportunity to, at a very low cost, access broadband connection. This is a huge opportunity in terms of, in my particular instance, reducing health and healthcare disparity. As an example, I was talking to a colleague earlier this week. He's at a hospital system in the Lehigh Valley area, and they've created fantastic healthcare portals, online portals for patients to access their medical records, their laboratories, follow-up appointments, essentially to allow them to better manage, participate and better manage their healthcare. And this goes along the spectrum from the pediatric age through the adult level and into the Medicare population. The challenge to them and what they found is that some low income communities are not benefiting from this technology as much as they can because they don't have broadband access and they really need it to utilize this type of technology. So that's a fantastic example, a practical example of how having broadband access and increasing the penetrance within a low income community can potentially reduce some of the health challenges that we have for these communities. Healthcare is just one example. Career, job training, education in the K through 12 level and at the post high school level in terms of remote education, online video content that's utilized in education, all critical areas that by a program such as Internet Essentials, by improving broadband access to for these communities, we can address many of these issues. Broadband access is really the infrastructure, excuse me, is really the infrastructure that's required to manage the content in these areas. And so without that critical infrastructure, there are challenges that are daunting and difficult to address. And so I consider myself an advocate for this Internet Essentials program because I know what it can do for these communities. Now, we talk a lot about programs that are scalable, and this clearly is a program that is scalable, that can provide this infrastructure to a large capacity, a large number of individuals, and be very effective. So I'm quite enthusiastic about the opportunities that it holds, and I know that a key area is a grassroots effort to really distribute information about the Internet Essentials program so that it's utilized to the greatest capacity, and then to move on to the subsequent stage of teaching individuals that now have access how to better utilize it to improve their quality of life. And that's not a one-off proposition. That's an ongoing process so that it is truly moving the needle in improving the quality of life for low-income communities.